things you love when you're an INFJ. One-on-one conversations. Good communication is as stimulating as black coffee and just as hard to sleep after.
Yeah,
Pretty much
it
every
is.
introvert is going to resonate with this, and every extrovert is going to feel totally fine with it too. But for INFJs, it's the place where they do their best work. In some ways, it's a stage for them to perform on, but maybe in an intimate venue, or perhaps just a serenade. It's a quiet, secretive place, somewhere between a confessional box and a therapist's chair. It's a safe place where people can be themselves, their true selves. INFJs are great at creating this kind of space and environment, primarily because they're actively trying to do that. They're infinitely interested in people, digging down into their psychology and unraveling the puzzles of human personality. There are a few reasons why they're able to do this consistently well. Perhaps the main one is that they are extremely non-judgmental, often by virtue of the fact that they've probably explored all manner of taboo and dark thoughts in their own minds already, so nothing is really going to shock or surprise them. There is an intimacy to one-on-one interactions, even in sport. The combative intensity is most at an extreme in head-to-head confrontations, be that in everything from boxing to chess. The same is true in conversation. It's a back and forth, a dance of minds, wits, and sometimes egos even. For INFJs, one-on-one conversations are the medium through which they can best channel and express their skill set. It combines a level of interpersonal finesse with analytical ability, figuring out what drives a person, what motivates or worries them. Fostering deep relationships is a constant preoccupation of theirs, one that they do masterfully, and they're often woven together through deep and bonding conversations, symbolism, and meaning. The building is a symbol, as is the act of destroying it. Symbols are given power by people. Alone, a symbol is meaningless, but with enough people, blowing up a building can change the world. INFJs are dominant intuitive types, particularly introverted intuition. For INFJs, the abstract, conceptual, and symbolic aren't just intellectual or academic considerations. It's one of their main ways of seeing and understanding the world. To see something in a symbolic way is to remove some of the specific, and in this case, incidental details, and see what a thing represents. A so-called symbolic gesture might have no direct or tangibly measurable effect, but because of what it represents or means, it can be deeply powerful. This is the same thing that is done when viewing people in terms of archetypes, such as personality types. You strip away some of the precise details and instead look at the overall patterns of thinking and behavior they display, then classify them. It's a process of translating real-life things back into ideas, kind of like looking at the code as opposed to the user interface. I think this directly translates into a love for literature, art, and music. Searching for double or deeper meanings within a creative work is something that's deeply exciting for them. Anything that rewards reading between the lines will go down well with them. This is, in some sense, an ultra-intuitive way of seeing the world. It's like the ideas are real, and everything else is just a manifestation of that. It also appeals to their pattern-seeking nature. Their introverted intuition and introverted thinking work in tandem to analyze the underlying patterns, themes, archetypes, and concepts in pretty much any area of life. Contrary to whatever stereotypes might be associated with thinking and feeling types, INFJs are very scientifically minded. Their second slot FE inevitably means that they'll be attracted to analyzing people or applying the insights they have to people. FE is best thought of as a tool for INFJs, as opposed to something that is implicitly valued. If they aren't directly dealing with people at a given point, then there's a good chance they're focusing more on NI and TI. Planning, projecting, and predicting. And spontaneity. It does not do to leave a live dragon out of your calculations if you live near one. So the first one, planning, is something they do a great deal and enjoy. The last one, spontaneity, is something that they rarely do, but as a result, love to embrace whenever possible. I've mentioned this example many times in the past, but if you say to an INFJ, do you want to come to a party, or a night out, or a day out, or meet up? Their brains will almost instantly go into the mode of projecting and predicting certain things that are likely to happen. They'll probably start interrogating the person and getting as many details as possible about what's going to happen, where it's going to happen. What's the vibe going to be? Who will be there? What do I know about them? What are the dynamics between the people who will be there, based on my complex psychological analysis I've done of them over time, and so on. When one of your main strengths is spotting patterns, trends and themes, it's inevitable that you're going to try to project those things forward in order to see what's coming around the corner. INFJs do this non-stop without even needing to try. It's an automatic process going on in their brains. They are not just brainstorming for the sake of it. Once they speculate on what could happen, they try to narrow things down on what is likely to happen, or what would be the best course of action for them to take. Or even, when they're in a more proactive mood or state of mind, what outcome do they want to bring about? Then they will start planning and conspiring to make it happen. As a result of this, on the other end of the spectrum, spontaneity is exceptionally seductive to INFJs. If you can get them into situations where they can simply exist in the moment and enjoy it, it will be extremely valued. If you're an INFJ and you enjoyed this video, then please like and subscribe. It really helps the individual video and the channel overall. Since I find INFJs to be very mysterious, having people subscribe from a video is the best way to get feedback that it's gone down well, and that people...
Alright, all you INFJs and everybody else, love you, love you. Let's go INFJs. And everybody else. We're all one. What's up with that? Love you. Have a great night. Adios. It's gonna be busy. I'm doing the dishes tonight though. I volunteered to come in and help out. Yippee, let's go. I'm not making the big dough, but that's okay. I'm helping out. Let's go. Love you guys. Bye.